This is a product video for HEXIS plotter vinyl. HEXIS has three main plotter vinyls: SmartTech, Ecotech, and SubTech. Each series has between 60 and 100 colors. And here's a detailed breakdown of each one. The Ecotech product number is the E3000 series. It's a monomeric calendar film. The thickness is 80 microns, and the adhesive is solvent-based acrylic. It has non-air release adhesive. It comes with over 80 colors, gloss and matte. The warranty is 6 years and is for indoor use only and for flat installs. Now we move on to SubTech. The product number is the S5000 series. It's a polymeric calendar film that's 65 microns thick. The adhesive is solvent-based acrylic and has non-air release except for the HEXIS S5000. It does have air egress. It comes in over 100 colors that are gloss. The warranty is 10 years. It can be used indoor or outdoor and on flat to moderate curves. And the third is SmartTech, which is the KG8000 series. It's a cast PVC. The thickness is 50 microns. The adhesive is solvent-based acrylic and it's non-air release. It comes in over 60 colors that are gloss. The warranty is 10 years and it can be used indoor or outdoor and primarily on vehicles. Once the rolls of plotter vinyl are out of the box, it can be hard to see which roll is what type. A good tip is to reference the logo on the liner. They all have the same pattern, but the colors are different. SmartTech has a light gray color, Ecotech has a blue color, and SubTech has a black color. When loading HEXIS plotter vinyl into the cutter, standard methods apply to all three types. It's always a very good idea before starting a run to do a depth check, as the thickness of the three types can vary. Check how the vinyl cuts and also to see if there are any marks on the liner so the blade is not too deep. All three types of plotter vinyl cut very cleanly and precise, regardless of the size of the cutout shape. For the weeding process, always place the vinyl in a large flat work table, and the HEXIS plotter vinyl is easy to weed with a smooth release from the liner. Large sections, like around this logo, can be lifted up in one easy pull. Always pull high and away. For smaller pieces, using a needle, tweezers, or a knife is highly recommended. For application tapes, HEXIS HEX 901 is low-tech and HEX 900 high-tech. The panels can either be pre-masked by hand or in the laminator. If by hand, be sure to use a wide squeegee and work evenly side to side, being sure to put enough pressure so the pre-mask sticks to the liner. Always let the panels lay flat before install, and if rolling up for shipping, make a wide roll when possible to keep the panel relaxed during transport. Once rolled, secure it with masking tape at the top. Now we get to install tips, and we'll begin with Ecotech E3000 series. To prep the wall, wipe it down with HEXIS shad cleaners and always spray directly on the microfiber towel and not the wall. Once the panel is aligned, make a temporary hinge in the middle of the panel with masking tape, peel back 1/2 and release the liner. Always pay attention to the cutouts so that they stay on the application tape during this process. Cut the liner away safely, then make a permanent hinge by squeegeeing just past the backing paper. Once 1/2 is applied, flip the other half over and pull the liner exactly halfway. This means the installer can hold both edges, flips it around, and then squeegees the second half. Always double squeegee the panel before pulling off the application tape. To remove the application tape, pull a corner, then use a 45-degree angle across the cutouts to even out the tension. Then pull as wide and low as possible because the surface energy of the walls are low. Once the install is complete, no post-heating or edge sealing is required. For walls that are outdoors or indoors with a slight texture, use the SubTech plotting vinyl. For the slight textured surface, use moderate heat and a roller to conform the vinyl. Because SubTech is a polymeric calendar film and not monomeric like Ecotech, it will hold the surface precisely and securely. Now we move on to vehicles, where SubTech and SmartTech will be used. It's always a good idea during the prep phase to put extra focus on the edges. Once the edges are clean, Then degrease the main surface area. For vehicles with moderate curves, Subtech can be used. Use the same install protocol as for walls by making a temporary hinge, in this case with magnets, then a permanent hinge with a squeegee stroke. For curves, be sure to make smart relief cuts. This will help relax the film and keep it from overstretching. If the panel tacks too quickly, it can be safely picked up with a quick pull if the application tape is still on. On big curves, like on this back fender and back bumper area, as many smart relief cuts can be made as necessary. Working in even flow and in stages is key to avoid overstretching and getting too many bubbles. Note that Subtech has up to a 10-year vertical and a 2-year horizontal warranty. For vehicles that have deep recess areas, use SmartTech KG8000 series. This plotter vinyl is cast and designed for compound curves and deep recessed areas. For large panels, like on the side of this van, work in sections when possible. For open-sided recessed areas, pick the section up and feed it in. This will help avoid overstretching and eliminate the need to post-heat at the end of the day. For enclosed recessed areas, like on this van door, feeding the film in is not an option. Once the panel has been applied, remove the application tape carefully, and the SmartTech will be bridging over the recessed areas. It can then be fed into the gap, in this case using a combination of heat and application glove. Be sure to avoid over-wetting the glove, as that moisture can get underneath the adhesive and cause it to lift. Another option is to heat the film gently, then feed it in stages from the top in with the squeegee. When applied to the recessed areas, be sure to post-heat the SmartTech in these areas up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit in order to reduce the memory of the film. During the application, bubbles may occur. If this is the case, since most HEXIS plotting vinyl does not have an air egress feature, they have to be popped. One option is to use a knife and another an air release tool. Here is a demonstration on why using an air release tool is the best method. On one side, a knife is used to make tiny holes, and on the other, an air release tool. The vinyl is then heated up and stretched into the wire trash can. The side where the knife was used clearly has very large holes, and the side where the air release tool, none. The memory is then triggered with heat, and with the material back to zero tension, the holes with the knife side are still visible, while the air release tool side is uniform. We now move on to removals. Always remove HEXIS plotting vinyl within warranty to get the best results, so be sure to reference the technical data sheets. One method is to use a heat gun or propane torch to soften the vinyl and adhesive. Another method, and one that is very effective especially for older vinyl, is the pod steamer. The steam is very good at creating thorough heat from the top in. When picking up an edge to peel, use a plastic scraper over a knife, as it's the safest for the substrate. For more information on HEXIS plotting vinyl, you can go to hexis.com, click on Products, then Plotting Vinyl, and here you can click on the specific type of plotting vinyl you are interested in. On each dedicated page, you will find a technical data sheet along with swatches of each color in that series. B at the end of each product denotes gloss, and M denotes matte. Note that HEXIS can also color match their plotting vinyl. This has been a product video for HEXIS plotting vinyl, proudly produced by the Rep Institute.